national anthem.
Welcome to WDSU-TV's continuing coverage of Delaware State University Hornets basketball. Joined alongside Roland DeVries and Derek Slayton. My name is Byron Dixon. Today
ladies and gentlemen, let's meet today's starters.
Between your Delaware State University Lady Hornets and the South Carolina State Bulldogs. The Lady Hornets come into this game after two straight losses to Coppin State and as well to Morgan State. So it'll be important for them to get off to a good win today in front of the home crowd. Don't forget, we do have doubleheader action for you here today. The Lady Hornets as well as the Men Hornets will be taking on South Carolina State University. I'm now going to send it over to my sideline reporter, Roland DeVries, who has some important information for us. He got a chance to catch up with the South Carolina State coach, get some information about who may play and who may not play, the starting lineups. And we're going to send it over to Roland. Hey, Roland, what do you have for us here today?
And now, Hornet fans, rise to your feet. It's time to meet your starters for your Delaware State University Lady Hornets.
Thanks, Byron. Coach Doug Robertson Jr. of the South Carolina State Lady Bulldogs brings her 1-7. I take that back, 4-17 into today's matchup. So they're trying to right their ship for their overall record. Now, Coach Robertson's very familiar with the Delaware State Lady Hornets team. After graduation from Bowie State University, started off as a head coach down there. Then he came to Delaware State for a few seasons as assistant head coach before taking on the head coaching position down at Bowie State. He's now enters his 5th season as South Carolina State University's head coach. Today they'll be playing with limited action from Courtney Williams, their top scorer, as she battles a bad sprained ankle. The Delaware State University Hornets, on the other hand, will be playing without Tiara Hawkins. Coach Robertson says that he wants to force the young freshmen into turnovers. Expect that defense to be very, very tight against the Lady Hornets, as he'll try a combination of man-on-man as well as a zone defense to cause a lot of turnovers. He's really concerned about allowing Raven Bankston to get on fire offensively, as well as Makira Lewis and Tylen Carter. He wants to intimidate those young freshmen and get the ball to turn over. Let's get back to you, Byron, and get this game tipped off.
Thank you, Roland, for that information. I'm now going to bring in my color analyst, Derek Slayton. Derek, first of all, it's good to have you back. You have the keys to the game for us and our impact players. Go ahead, take it away, Derek.
The keys to the game, they have to stay out of foul trouble. They're only dressing 8 players, so you can't get into foul trouble. They have to have good shot selection. Both teams are going to move up and down the court, so you want to take good shots, and you got to limit turnovers. DSU averages just under 19 turnovers a game.
Well, the tip is off, ladies and gentlemen, as South Carolina State wins the tip. They're in their Detroit Piston colors, blue with red trim around. And it's a 3-point shot. First shot of the game is good for number 4, Cabrielle Duran.
And she's one of the impact players, 3rd on the team in scoring.
Right on cue, right there.
Yeah, right on the cue, 3rd in team in scoring, leads the team in assists and steals. With the injury to Courtney Williams, she'll have to put up a lot of points.
Harmon, our impact player, goes right back at him. Shot rims out. Rebounded by Duran. She'll bring it past the midcourt line. See the Lady Hornets sporting their pink today. Another 3-pointer is no good. Rebounded by number 23, Sharisha Floyd. 2-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Jay Washington. Jay with the floater pass to Bankston. Bankston's going to take that all away, and she is going to score.
Raven Bankston, of course, player of the week in the MEAC last week. Averaged 31.5 points a game, had 28 against Wesley, and a career-high 35 in a blowout win at Morgan State University. She's really developing her own. Early in the season, struggled shooting under 38%, but she's really starting to put her explosive game to use.
Bankston, the multi-time MEAC Freshman of the Week, coming off a career high last week. Definitely one of my favorite Lady Hornets, and definitely can score at will anytime she like. 3-pointer is good for Michaela Jones. So the Lady Bulldogs come out here. They're raining shots down from downtown. It may be a Saturday, but they're shooting their threes today.
Michaela Jones, normally their 6th player off the bench. I'm sorry, 6th person, first player off the bench. Shoots the 3-ball about 45% on the season.
And Courtney Williams, one of their leading scorers, may see limited action today. I know Roland talked about that earlier, so it'll be interesting if she plays. They trapped Washington. Looks like it may have been a kick ball, but it bounced off of one of the Lady Bulldogs, so they'll stay Lady Hornet basketball. 18-12 remaining. South Carolina State leads 5-2. It'll be interesting to see how the Lady Hornets come out, injury plagued as they've been. Looks like Bankston will draw a foul. Kind of similar to the Lakers the other night. They're playing with literally only 7 players, so it's definitely going to be important that they stay out of foul trouble and they try to do what they can to keep their players fresh, cause the substitutions. Bankston will get it at the 15-foot mark, and the shot rolls in. Bankston is 2 for 2 to start this game, and she looks like she's come out with that look in her eyes trying to score the basketball there. The pass goes to Durham. Durham looking for someone. Washington hounding.
They're trying to get the ball into Floyd on a post against the undersized Harmon.
That's like a long 2. It's no good there by Durham. Bankston will bring it up.
Of course, Banks is the person that every team is game plan for and wants to shut down, but so far, really good start for her, 2 for 2 for 4 points.
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to guard her one-on-one, so if they have to resort to the double team, she has to be a willing passer. And look for the open teammate. Harmon spins. Great look to Mykera Lewis. We call that a delicious dime. I called it right on cue. You talk about being a willing passer, and it comes from the senior leadership of Deanna Harmon. She saw the second defender come, dropped a nice bounce pass in there, and got an easy layup.
Last week she averaged 16 points and 11 boards, but is also a great playmaker. She's going to have to play big tonight for a win.
Three-pointer is good by Michaela Jones, and the South Carolina State Lady Bulldogs will come out this game armed and dangerous.
She's the one person you got to close out hard at the three-point line. She shoots the three ball better than she does the two ball. She shoots only 39% from the field, but 45% from deep.
Always found that weird when players shot better from behind the arc than inside the arc. But, oh, Bankston hounding defense. Good effort there, tipped the pass, but the Lady Bulldogs will keep it. Deshaun Richbow will look over for the call from her coach. Drive pass is stolen. Jay Washington, she's pushing the tempo. Loses the handle but regains it. Out to Bankston. Bankston for three. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Floyd. Floyd gives it off to Richbow. On the drive. Pump fake. Pull up jump shot. No good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Gives it to Dorn. And they'll reset the offense, Richbow.
But that's how you have to close out on Jones. Make her step in and take a mid-range shot. She's just not as good as you see on a miss, but you got to get the rebound afterwards. And we're going to get a moving screen on the Bulldogs.
Looks like we'll have a timeout, Derek. So we're about 5 minutes into the game. Lady Hornets trail by 2 by a score of 8-6. Derek, what is standing out to you so far in this game as we look over the keys to the game?
Both teams are kind of scoring pretty easily. The Hornets have to do a better job closing out on Michaela Jones. We saw the last possession they did a good job. They're going to have a consistent effort. She shoots 45% from three. The only long-range threat that the Lady Bulldogs have, they got to close out and make her take contested twos.
Good points there, Derek. It's going to be interesting to see. The Lady Hornets need to stay fresh. 7 players, have to stay out of foul trouble, but you have to use constant substitutions. And Coach Lewis, I think she'll try to do a great job along with her staff of just keeping constant players in and out, knowing who to bring in, knowing who to take out, matchups. But this South Carolina State team, they're looking to come out and shoot the basketball. So like you said, they got to close out. Don't let them beat you from three. Force them to go inside and beat you. So
yeah, they only shoot 39% as a team. So another thing you don't want to do is foul. We said limit the fouls. Have not seen anybody in foul trouble, so that's a good sign. I wonder what the Hornets will do. They love to run up and down the court, but with only 8 players, like you're saying, they got to keep them fresh. So they're going to have to be more conscious of when they take off in fast breaks.
We're just about ready to resume play here. Once again, the score is 8-6. 15:22 remaining here in the first half. Washington will bring the ball up as she usually does for the Lady Hornets.
She had a career-high 12 assists a couple Mondays ago.
Well, Derek, you jinxed her. You talked about how great she had so many assists, and
that wasn't
she
my
loses
fault.
the ball and unforced error.
I didn't even finish my sentence. That's her fault. That's not on me. Don't put that on me.
The way this season's going, they're looking for to put it on anybody.
The only unfortunate part of me I was working camera during the last game was I was not one of the broadcasters during our only win this season when the Hornets just dismantled Wesley. So I'm still over. I need them to get a win here today for me, for my pride.
Harmon slithers through the lane. Out to Williams. Diamond Williams getting a start today. She'll drive out to Bankston. Bankston fakes.
In a crowd, too.
No call. So that'll be a turnover for the Lady Hornets. The pass. And one for Goodwin. CC Goodwin gets the and one. Oh, looks like it'll be called on the floor, so take away the basket. So scratch that.
No, she's going to the line.
Oh, they're
She's
going to
to
give
the
it a
line,
basket.
yeah, she
Okay,
gets the basket.
continuation. She'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Just under 68% on the season for free throws.
Free throw is good. So she completes a three-point play and extends the Lady Bulldogs lead to 5. Washington picks up her dribble.
Yeah, that's not a. You never want to see your point guard just pick up their dribble like that.
Williams for 3. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Lewis. I like Lewis's effort so far on the boards. Looks like a travel on Bankston. The Lady Hornets get that ball in the wing. We see that traveling call about 2 to 3 times a game on the Lady Hornets.
Yeah.
Where they go for that fake and drive. Pass inside to number 5, CC Goodwin.
There was some confusion between Williams and Washington on the outside of that 2-3. They didn't know which one to guard.
Lewis cannot allow her to keep getting deep post position like that. Lewis, a fairly young player. You see the inexperience there on the defensive end. Eric pass there, goes right to Doran, and she'll go all the way to the rack. Shot is no good, but CC's Goodwin is there again, as she will go to the line for another three-point play.
Williams has to be more aggressive on that play. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Williams has to be more aggressive, had to open look in the corner, hesitated, and then just threw a lazy pass that led to a potential and one.
If you look at Goodwin's points so far, they've been off of hustle. So anytime you're playing the post position, you always want to hustle because you can get 8 to 10 points a game just off of hustle and sheer effort.
And she's a player that only averages about 6 points a game, shoots only 31% for the season. So each point they get from her is just a bonus. That's something they don't really expect out of her, so it's just an additional bonus in the game.
Definitely. So Goodwin has definitely given them a spark off the bench. Well, we're getting word from the sideline that it looks like Bankston has a shoulder injury or arm injury of some sort. And we'll get rolling to get some more information for us. But it looks like she may be sitting out for a little while. She's got her head in her jersey and clear pain, so you don't want to see a leading scorer go down like that. So a collective Hornet Nation holding their breath there.
Yeah, I didn't get to see what happened there. Roland DeVries, our sideline reporter, was pointing at us saying something's wrong with her shoulder. She's still in pain. She's in a lot of pain on the bench right now, as the Bulldogs missed the chance for the and one.
Goodwin misses the free throw, and Harmon will bring it up. Harmon back in the game. Takes the Tyler Carter screen out to Williams. Williams looks like it'll be a double dribble.
I don't know about that call. I didn't see a double.
That was a little,
yeah, I don't know.
Ticky-tack call right there. Next time out, we'll try to get rolling and give us an injury report on that to Bankston.
So now they'll be down to only, 7 people? And we'll get another foul. I think that's going to – actually, never mind. It's going to be out of bounds.
Jay Washington will bring the ball up. Looks like that was an offensive foul called on the Lady Bulldogs there. So like Dirk said, you had 7 coming into this game. Bankston's injury, now you're playing with 6.
And we were joking around before the game that it has that Lakers feel where they play the Cleveland Cavaliers with only 5 players. One of them got fouled out and had to come back in the game with 6 fouls to continue to play for them to have 5 players in the game.
Carter gets fouled on the drive, but I guess the one positive you can take from that game, and hopefully it can apply here, that the Lakers won that game.
And they played with a lot of effort, but something hard to do, very hard to do.
So hopefully they can get a win here today. Carter's first free throw is good. Tyler Carter, she's seen her role diminish a bit, but when she's gotten her minutes, she's played a lot better. So she's probably playing inspired basketball, knowing that she has to do something to get her playing time back. This is the second free throw. Durham will bring the ball up court. 5'6" grad student out of Florida. Oh, the extra pass is stolen by Carter. Out to Harmon. Harmon drives. Draws the foul. Almost completes the three-point play, but great decision making there by the senior, taking it all the way to the right, using her speed and quickness.
Yeah, good job finding a lane because I didn't see anything there. 4 Bulldogs were back in transition, but she was able to draw the foul.
Speed kills.
She's a 76% free throw shooter on the season. I'm going to just stop talking about free throws. She's normally a good free throw shooter, misses the first. I'll take blame on that.
Kara Lewis has checked in for Diamond Williams. And the second free throw is good for Harmon. Goes 1 for 2 at the line there. Lady Bulldogs will set up their offense. You have a high post player. Trying to spread the floor a little bit, spacing to create some of those three-point opportunities. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Lewis. Lewis has been on the defensive glass a lot, but throws the pass away as soon as I say that. It's like Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde. You get the good, but then you gotta take the bad. So
I don't know what that was. Just a bad pass.
Life as a freshman. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Kersey. Kersey checked in the game. Washington, nice bounce pass to Harmon. Harmon misses the lay-in.
Just a little too far underneath the rim. Couldn't spin it in. Good job in transition, though, by the Hornets. And good job boxing out by Kersey in the zone for the rebound. You just got to make those buckets at the end.
The drive is good by Floyd, wearing the Richard Hamilton face mask. Drives to the lane and gets the basket, wearing number 23. And ironically, they are wearing Detroit Pistons colors, so take that for what it's worth. Tyler Carter misses the drop step lay-in. Good move there.
Yeah,
nice
good
post
move. I have not really seen her do too much in a post like that before. And on a sideline, Raven Bankson was doing some types of push-ups, seeing if she could strengthen her shoulder or just how hurt the shoulder is. She looks to be walking in and check in, or at least talk to the coach.
Stolen by Lewis, but goes right back to Floyd. Carter gives it to Kersey. Shot is no good for Washington. Tipped out to South Carolina State. Dern pushing the tempo. She looks like she's going to go all the way. She does. A little English on the ball. Misses the lay-in. Washington. Carter. Lay-in is good. Left-handed.
Jay Washington so far this game is making good decisions with the ball in transition. We talked about it before. Had 12 assists. Team record in tied a team record with 12 assists a couple weeks ago against Wesley.
Shout out to the 619, Tyler Carter, repping San Diego, California. And then gets the block on the defensive end, but it looks like a foul be called. Deja Jackson. She's a 6'2" center, so good job jumping with her and getting that block. Lady Hornets trail 17-10 with 10 minutes remaining here in the first half here on DESU-TV. Don't forget, we do have doubleheader action for you today as the men will follow this game, taking on the South Carolina State Bulldogs. So, Derek, what stands out to you so far in this game?
I think they're getting good shot selections like we talked about at the beginning of the game as one of the keys to the game. They just got to knock some of them more down. Also, they got to rebound better in the zone. They're doing a bad job they're contesting the shots, but they're just not corralling the defensive rebound and giving the Lady Bulldogs way too many chances to score.
Well, the Lady Hornets, they have to be prepared for anything. South Carolina State, they said they're going to come out and change their defense up, play a little bit of man, play a little bit of zone. They want to push the tempo, try to force some Delaware State Lady Hornet turnovers, which they do a little too much. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for the rest of the first half.
Also, Raven Bankson took the ice pack off and is in the huddle. We'll see if she comes back anytime soon, because they're definitely going to need her offense. So Tiara Hawkins already out with a torn labrum in her shoulder. You can't lose your second best scorer as well and expect to win.
Return, hopefully. And Raven Bankston has checked back in, so that's a good sign for the Lady Hornets. So you have Lewis Carter, Bankston, Washington, and it looks like Harmon on the floor together. So it was a technical foul call?
Didn't get to see what happened, but yeah, Harmon at the line.
First free throw is good for Harmon. Second free throw is good. Harmon makes both free throws.
Wonder what the technical was on.
So there was a double technical, looks like. Oh, it was a technical, then there was a
personal foul on the other side. I don't want to speculate, but the technical was probably on Doug Robertson. The coach heard him on the sideline a little bit with some language that we can't repeat on the air about some calls earlier in the game.
We've seen a member of public safety walk down, get close to the coach.
Yeah.
So we had to watch that develop through the game, but the Lady Bulldogs extend their lead to 7. Harmon to Carter. Looks like a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with the Lady Hornets.
Good hustle by Harmon. Jay Washington basically threw the ball away, but Harmon hustled and saved the possession for the Lady Hornets.
Inbound from Bankston to Harmon. Bankston's three is good.
Raven Bankston for 3.
Bankston definitely in mid-season form, finding her rhythm. 31 points last week, has 7 already this game.
Well, that shoulder doesn't look like it's affecting her much. She comes out, does what she does best, score the basketball. Looks like an offensive foul. Looks like it'll be a one-on-one opportunity for the Lady Hornets as Lewis will head to the line, the freshman. Lewis has played well today. She's gotten some good rebounds. A couple of costly turnovers, but
she also has 2 blocks already as well.
All in all, watching her development as a player, she missed a free throw, but it's a process. The season, 30-plus games, conference tournaments. You find out a lot about your young players through the season. Looks like Kersey will check in next dead ball. And it looks like a travel will be called, so they're racking up freaking flyer balls here. Kersey will check in for, looks like Carter. Carter gave good solid minutes off the bench there. So it looks like Carter has found her new role and adjusted to it well off the bench. She's definitely come in, given spark, and made some great plays so far. Lady Hornets trail by 4. Passes tip, and it'll be recovered by Jay Washington. Washington with the great hustle gives it off to Bankston. Bankston on the drive, pass to Lewis. Lay-in is no good, but Harmon is right there. Harmon misses the layup. Two easy opportunities missed there by the Lady Hornets.
Those are shots you just got to convert. 2 open layups, and Harmon knows that she's a little frustrated on coming back on the defensive side.
Richbow will send it out to White. The drive, lay-in is good by Miss Sharisha Floyd.
That's the 3rd or 4th time I've seen Floyd be able to attack the basket in that zone.
Looks like Tyler Carter will check in again right after the next day ball. But that was a tough move there by Floyd. Bankston spin.
Great pass.
Pass to Lewis is good. We'll add that as an assist to the stat sheet for the fabulous freshman Bankston. And Lewis looks like she fouls.
They're having trouble in his zone. They seem confused on who's picking up who. Leads to another foul. They have to close the middle. The one reason you run zone is to not allow dribble penetration, especially in the middle of the defense. And that's all you've seen in that zone. Wonder if Lewis will make some adjustments, maybe go man-to-man or a different type of zone, but are not doing a good job stopping ball penetration and getting to the line at will.
Lady Hornets trail 21-17. Alongside Rhonda DeVries, Derek Slayton, and Byron Dixon here at Memorial Hall Gym. The Lady Hornets taking on South Carolina State Bulldogs. Lady Hornets only have 1 win in the MEAC this season. We're about ready to resume play here. Lady Hornets, Bankston with 7, Tyler Carter with 3, Mykira Lewis with 4 points, 3 rebounds, and Harmon with 3 points.
Richbow shooting
Miss
just.
Richbow heads to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is good.
She's just a 59% free throw shooter, but was able to knock the first one down, like you said. And the Hornets are doing a bad job defensively and continue to send these guys to the line.
And the 59% shooter makes both there, so.
She messing up my math, man.
Now they come on a little trap here to the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Hornets do a good job of breaking that trap. Carter drives, loses control of the ball through the lane. Pass to Harmon. Pass is stolen there by Anderson.
Hornets have to be more composed when they see traps.
Washington. To Bankston. Shot is no good. Out to Bankston. Shot is no good once again. Bankston another rebound. Thought about shooting again. We'll give it back out to Harmon.
Bulldogs in like a 3-2 right now. The corners are open.
They trap Bankston. Mykira Lewis, a nice drop step. Shot is a little too strong off the glass.
They're getting some good looks. They're just not falling right now.
Pull-up jumper is good by Duran.
I like what the Hornets are doing offensively against the zone. You're seeing Bankston, their best play creator, flash in the middle for an open pass in the zone. Well, she has the opportunity to either shoot or look for somebody on a baseline.
Screen is set to Washington. Bankston, pump fake, drive. Shot is blocked. Looks like out to Harmon. Harmon with the sweeping drive. She is fouled. She'll head to the line for 2 free throws.
Harmon struggled on the field, but doing a good job getting to the line. And that's a trait you see out of a lot of seniors. Their shots aren't falling, so they get to the line, try to get themselves in some type of a rhythm.
Free throws no good for Harmon. She'll shoot the second free throw momentarily. Shot is good. Lady Bulldogs will burn the ball up court. Hornets from side to side here.
The Hornets switch from a 2-3 to a man-to-man defense.
Harmon takes a hard fall there, but it looks like she's all right. It'll be a foul probably on Harmon.
I don't like that call.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen,
that's a bad call. And that's her third personal, so you lose your senior forward. Yeah, that's a bad call. She actually had the ball and got ran into by Jones. I don't know about that one.
Lady Hornets are definitely seeing themselves in foul trouble here. Drive.
Good contest by Bankston.
Here comes the ball out to Washington. Washington to Williams, back to Washington. Pass is stolen by Jones. Jones all the way to the bucket, coast to coast. No one stops the ball.
She hurt herself.
Coach Lewis is upset.
Jones is on the ground.
Looks like Jones is on the ground.
Kind of like just rolled her ankle. She just kind of fell very awkwardly off the land. Good job by the refs to stop play. Lanasia Frazier will check in for Jones. Looked like she just rolled her ankle a little bit.
Carter. Williams. Carter drives.
It's a charge on Carter. It did look like Brittany Anderson got there in time, and Carter kind of led with her elbow.
You would like to see Carter there finish on that side. She was on the left-hand side, had a clean drive, and went all the way back on the right-hand side and offensive foul. So, three-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams will bring it up court. Gives it to Bankston. Bankston with the drive. Shot is no good. Great hesitation dribble right there, though.
It just froze Anderson on the side and just not able to finish, though. Hornets missing a lot of easy chances in the lane.
Courtney Williams has checked into the game.
Out of bounds. Hornets basketball.
Courtney Williams, who is their leading scorer with about 18 points per game, is hurt right now, so she's only seeing limited action. But it's definitely someone that the Hornets have to watch out for.
Stolen by Williams. She comes into the game. She'll take that all away. Euro step is blocked by Diamond Williams. You know what type of party it is, Derek. A block party.
Media time.
Good job by Williams not falling for the Euro.
Looks like we're going to toss it over to Roland. Hey, Roland, what's up? What do you have for us?
3 minutes, 45 seconds left here in the first half as South Carolina State University Lady Bulldogs lead the Delaware State University Lady Hornets 27-19. You know, at first, when I first came on the air, I gave the wrong records of both these teams, so let me correct those here in a minute. The Lady Bulldogs come in 3-6 in the MEAC, while Delaware State comes in 1-7. But to the task at hand, Doug Robertson wanted to cause a lot of pressure on the younger team of the Hornets. So far, he's been able to do that, causing a lot of turnover. But Delaware State has had their opportunities to score the points, but just haven't been able to convert it. Earlier on in the game, we saw Raven Bankston sitting on the bench with an ice pack on her right shoulder. Remember a few weeks ago, she injured that right shoulder, still being bothered by it today. Deanna Harmon also went out early within the first minute. She got poked in the eye, but she's been able to recover and keep playing. On the other hand, Courtney Williams is yet to play, and as long as Coach Robertson's team continues to lead and hold the pressure against the Hornets, it's a pretty good chance that she's going to remain on the bench throughout the rest of this day. Back to you, Byron, the rest of the first half.
Thank you for that information, Roland. So, Derek, the Lady Hornets are trailing by 9 points with 3 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the first half. What is standing out to you so far?
What's standing out is they're just not converting in the paint. They've had at least 6 layups they just missed. They have to convert on these. The Hornets should be winning right now the way they're executing on offense. They're getting the shots they want. They're just not falling. It has to be frustrating, and you just got to find a way to make those easy lay-ins.
Definitely will be interesting to see who else steps up for the Lady Hornets. You have Raven Bankston, but she can't do it all by herself. She needs a little bit of help.
Yeah, she was
just a little bit.
She was 2 for 2, but is now 3 for 10. So she's struggling. Makira Lewis, the only one who's really shooting well, but she's only shot 3 shots, 2 for 3. And Deanna Harmon's getting into the lane, but she's in foul trouble with 3 fouls. So once again, they're limited on offense. Of course, Tiara Hawkins is out with an injury. Play's about to resume.
We're about ready to resume play here. Lady Bulldogs will inbound. Oh, wide open is Brittany Anderson. Just a defensive lapse there by Lady Hornets. I know Coach Lewis is scratching and growing gray hairs right now. So
look like Lewis and Kersey got confused.
And the Lady Bulldogs are in a trapping zone. And it'll be another turnover for the Lady Hornets.
It's not a good pass right there by Bankston. She had Williams right in the middle. That's where the pass needs to go, not to the side. She's yelling at Kersey, but it was more on Bankston on that pass.
Yeah, Kersey's only 5'4".
Yeah.
Not 6'4".
It's like she was trying to throw the ball to Casey Walker. It took you a minute to catch that joke. I saw it. I saw it on your face.
Looks like it's deflected out. It'll stay down here for the Lady Bulldogs, but great effort there. Diamond Williams is showing some intensity defensively today. The drive all the way to the basket by Gabrielle Gunn.
They are just struggling right now.
She just gets to the lane at will.
Yeah. And it's always on that left side. It just seems like they just drive right through it. I don't know if it's something they saw in the reports, but it's working.
And Williams will. And Courtney Williams is in this game, so think about bringing an 18-point score off your bench. That's only a plus in this situation. Mm-hmm. And it looks like Michaela Jones is throwing the sideline with ankle. It looks like it's wrapped up in ice, so she may be done for right now for the foreseeable future.
Durham knocks both of their free throws down, so they've shot 11 free throw attempts already in the game.
You need to see a little bit more movement from the Lady Hornets here. They're in the zone, so you have to find a soft spot in that zone, and the pass is stolen.
Nice move by Duran. Leads the team in steals, and you can see why. Anticipated that pass a mile away. Was able to finish.
And Doran just finishes it on a coast-to-coast. Bankston drives baseline, net there. Layup is good. Lady Hornets cut the lead to 13.
The Hornets have struggled all year long against the zone defenses, especially trapping ones, but a nice job there by Bankston.
And now trap Williams. Pass is stolen by Bankston. She needs to look up. She had Jay Washington wide open. Looks like she'll take it all the way. Pull up, jump shot. It is good. When you got a shot like that, ladies and gentlemen, I guess you're good, okay? You don't have to pass it that much.
And the impressive part about that is she got fouled twice. We're still able to finish. Anderson reached twice. Hornets with a trap.
Stolen by Williams. It's a 3-on-1. You have to score here. Washington. Place your bets on Jade Washington, ladies and gentlemen, out of Las Vegas, Nevada. One of my favorite Lady Hornets. She gets the job done. Showing she can score as well as pass.
So a 6-0 run for the Hornets to cut this to single digits, 33-24, with just over a minute left.
Great defense there by Bankston. It will be a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay here with South Carolina State, but great defense there by Bankston, showing she's just not a scorer, ladies and gentlemen. She plays defense.
They ran a screen and had Williams curl to that left side, which has been open the whole time, but good adjustment, and Bankston was right there to contest the shot.
Another, looks like a foul. Didn't see the call there. She may have got a little contact, but.
They're having trouble on the inbounds plays. There's no way a player should catch the ball underneath the rim. You got to force them to throw it to the outside at least.
First free throw is no good there by Miss Lanesha Frazier.
Frazier shoots 54% on the season. I don't understand why she only shoots 54%. Her form looks pretty good.
Williams. Out to Kersey.
Somebody needs to flash in the middle of the paint. That's where it's open at. Good job by Bankston flashing there.
Bankston's going to shoot that. Three-pointer is good for Miss Bankston.
Bankston making her last 3 shots. She started to heat up again. It doesn't take long. Doesn't take too much to make her get into a good rhythm.
You can't be scared to shoot against the zone. That's why it's a zone. It gives you opportunities to shoot. So when you got a good shot, you got to take it. Pass is stolen there. Tipped by Bankston out to Williams.
Let's see if the Hornets hold here for the last shot.
Washington out to Bankston again. Long 2 is good. Raven Bankston is heating up, ladies and gentlemen. 25 seconds remaining. Lady Hornets cut the lead to 34-29. They're on a nice run here.
Yeah, on this 9-0 run, Bankston has 7 of the points.
Well, that's what they're going to need.
I'm sorry,
to win this game.
11-0 run. She has 9 of the points.
That's what they're going to need to win this game. She's going to need a great effort, great
Banks
job
is on the
there.
ground
4
again.
seconds. Washington will have to give it out to Williams at the buzzer. Good if it goes. It is good at the buzzer. And Memorial Hall has gone into a frenzy. The 3-pointer at the buzzer is good by Diamond Williams. And that's Lady Hornet basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see. They cut this lead to 2 points. A great half of basketball to close it out there by the Lady Hornets. Right, Derek?
Yeah, that was a great job. They went to a trapping defense of their own and just forced a lot of turnovers. They also did a good job protecting the paint. But on that last play, Raven Bankston took a knee to her abdomen. Wonder if she'll be okay for the second half. She was at first with her shoulder. She was able to bounce back. Have to see what the injury is.
If Bankston could just continually get a little bit of help, we've seen the Mykera Lewises of the world, the Tylen Carters, Diamond Williams, Kersey, Jay Washington, just a little bit of help. Rebounding, defense, get some steals, deflections, stand out of foul trouble. It'll be a great shot for this team to come back and win this game. You got the home crowd behind you. Bankston is heating up. You know what she can do. So she can have a 30-plus point night tonight. So hopefully they can continue this into the second half, and Coach Lewis emphasizes these things.
Yeah, you're right on the money about the defense. We saw the defense turn into offense. 4 steals leads to a 3 for Bankston. You got a 3 for Williams. You got a couple of easy lanes for Jay Washington and Williams. That's how they have to play. They have to do a good job defensively for them to come back and win this game. They're only down 2, so it's not really a big-time comeback. They already took care of that part. So now you just got to continue to play solid defense and rebound on the end of that and turn them into transition points.
As much as 13, so it's good that they didn't pack it in.
Yeah, they definitely could have packed it in. They only have 7 players dressed. So it would have been understandable to see that. But just seeing them fight at the Lady Hornets, they're a young team, only one senior in Harmon, so they don't know any better. They don't know that they're supposed to lose this game because they're not healthy. They just continue to play very good basketball.
Once again, this is DESU-TV's continuing coverage of Hornet basketball. I'm Byron Dixon, joined alongside Derek Slayton and Roland DeVries. Earlier in the week, our very own Ben Bullock actually had a chance to catch up with Deanna Harmon and Sierra Hawkins. We're actually going to toss it to one of those interviews. And here's Ben with the Lady Hornets.
Hello, and welcome to the DSU Halftime Report. I'm Ben Bullock, and joining me today is Tiara Hawkins of the women's basketball team at DSU. Tiara, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Solid. Now, you've been battling an injury throughout most of the year. Talk about the challenge that's brought to you.
It's a challenge. Just sitting out, watching my team struggle a little bit without me. It's a big challenge.
Okay, now you're one of 8 players in the country averaging 20 points and 10 rebounds. Talk about what you did in the offseason to try to come out and do that.
It's pretty much just got in the gym, worked out a little bit, came back for preseason, went hard in preseason, and just hit the court.
Okay, now what type of challenge do you think your game presents to other teams?
Just finishing. My soft touch around the basket. Nobody can stop that.
Okay, what about your rebounding ability?
Oh yeah, that's a big one right there too.
Okay, you think you're very relentless around the rim?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now talk about the season that Raven Bankston has had. She's been named Rookie of the Week 4 times. It was also named Player of the Week this past week. It's kind of giving the team a more of an outside and inside type of tandem.
Raven is a great player. She's still young. She still have, she still make mistakes. But I feel like in the next year, she have a lot of growing to do. But next year, she'll be a better player than she was this year.
Okay, now speaking of next year, what do you think this team, you'll be going into your senior year, has to get over to the hump, get over the hump?
I feel like with all the talent that we're going to have on the court, we just need to bring it together, and then we'll be okay.
Okay, now talk about some of the games that you had this year. You been able to cross 1,000 points on one of 15 players in the whole program to be able to do that. So what type of accomplishment do you think that is, and what does that say about your game and your career?
I think it's a big accomplishment. I feel like if I go out and play, anybody can hit 1,000 points. It's just something you got to look for. You want to do it, you can do it. Ain't nobody stopping you.
All right. Well, that'll do it for the DSU Halftime Report. This is Tiara Hawkins. I'm Ben Bullock. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome back. That was a great job there by Dan catching up with the Lady Hornets. So as we look over some of these first half stats, Derek, what are some things that stand out to you so far?
Well, of course, one thing that stood out, we said Bankston was 3 for 10. She's 7 for 14 now for 16 points. She really lit it up in the last 3-4 minutes of the game. Another thing is the blocks. They have 4 blocks. They're doing a good job protecting the paint as of late. But another thing that stands out to me, I always talk about turnovers. Kind of been my MO since we started broadcasting. They have 11 turnovers already in the first half. They're on pace for 22 turnovers. That's more than what they give now. So they got to limit that. Jay Washington has to do a better job taking care of the ball, as well as all the other Hornets. They have to do a better job. And one thing they can do to keep the turnovers from happening is to kind of push the pace a little bit. Get out of the zone traps that they're doing by pushing the pace and getting some 3-on-2s, 2-on-1 opportunities where it's really just a simple pass for a layup. And that's what you saw in the second part of the first half. And they were able to not get the lead, but get close to the lead. They're only down 2 now.
It may take 30-plus points from Bankston to win this game, but she's going to need a little bit more help. Got to cut down on the turnovers just a little bit. Recognize that they're going to try to switch up the defenses, try to throw you off a little bit. So it'll be up to Jay Washington and Kersey and Williams to communicate and just move the ball around. Definitely want to see what Harmon can do, our impact player in the second half. Maybe get some more rebounds, get to the free throw line, and Lady Hornets make their free throws. They've shot pretty well most of the season, so it'll be interesting to see if they can make some more free throws.
Yeah, I thought when Harmon was going out the game that they were going to end up losing what they had, a little momentum that they did have, but it didn't happen because they did a good job forcing turnovers. Harmon is struggling from the field, but did a good job getting to the line, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. And she just does things that doesn't show up on the stats in terms of hustle and keeping possessions alive. So having her back will definitely help them try to pull off this upset.
We're now going to toss it to our second interview with the Lady Hornets. Once again, Ben Bullock had a chance to catch up with them earlier in the week, so we're going to go ahead and toss it to that interview.
Welcome back to the DSU Halftime Report. I'm Ben Bullock, and this is Deanna Harmon. Deanna, how you doing today?
Finding yourself.
I'm doing pretty good. You were just recently named MEAC Defensive Player of the Week. Talk about that accomplishment.
It's a big accomplishment for me is because my hard work is finally being noticed. So it feels great to be able to get something, especially it being my senior year. Okay,
now speaking of your senior season, this has been the best one out of all 4 years. What did you do in the off season to improve your game?
Off season, I just stayed in the gym as much as I could, get up enough shots, and working on finishing and being able to better myself so I can be a leader for my team being my senior year. So.
Now, with this being your senior year and you only being the only senior on the squad right now, what has it been like taking on the leadership role?
Well, it's definitely hard since we have a lot of freshmen that are on the team this year and they don't know what it's like to play at the college level. So bringing them under my wing and being able to shelter them so they can do what they can do and bring their skills to the college level, it was definitely hard. But once they put in the hard work and after a couple of games, they started to get a feel for it. So it's definitely been a challenge, but we're working through it.
Okay, now where do you see this program under Coach Lewis headed in the right direction?
Well, Coach Lewis has a lot of talent that we'll be playing next year, so it's definitely, MEAC's definitely going to have I see a lot of upsets coming because the talent that we just have is just amazing, and it's just sad that all of the talent wouldn't be able to play this year, so next year should definitely be a great season for Delaware State.
Okay, now what do you have planned after this season?
Well, my first goal is to try to get overseas, and I'm also applying for grad school, so those are the 2 things that I'm focusing on right now.
Okay, all right. Well, that'll do it for the DSU Halftime Report. I'm Ben Bullock. This is Deanna Harmon. Talk to you soon.
As we look over our halftime stats, Dirk, as we said before, you know Bankston, she's on pace for another big game. What are some things you think Coach Lewis will try to emphasize that may not be as evident, but will try to help lead this team to winning as they're only down 2 points?
I think spacing in the zone. We've seen a couple times where Tylen Carter caught the ball out of position for her. She's normally underneath the rim, closer to the rim. She caught the ball a lot of times at the 3-point line without much to do with the ball, and it led to 3 turnovers from her. So they're going to have to do a better job spacing in their half court and getting the ball to their playmakers out on the perimeter instead of people like Lewis and Carter who aren't the best at handling the ball. I think that's one that they got to look at. Another thing, they're doing a good job contesting shots. That's something you got to continue to say. But also the rebound defensively. They gave up 7 offensive rebounds. And you can't get out on a break if you can't get the rebound.
Well, thanks, Dirk, for those stats. We're definitely looking forward to the second half. We're about 6 minutes out. Stay tuned. WDSU-TV will be right back with second half coverage of the Lady Hornets. They trail 34-32. We will be right back. Welcome back to WDSU-TV's continuing coverage of Delaware State University Lady Hornet basketball. I'm actually going to send it over to Roland DeVries, our sideline reporter, who has some information regarding the halftime adjustments for the Lady Hornets. All right. Hey, Roland, what do you have?
Furious run over the Lady Bulldogs. Pulled within 2 as we start the second half. Raven Bankston led all scorers with 16, while Gabrielle Duran and Michaela Jones each had 8 for the Lady Bulldogs. Back to you, Byron, as we start the second half.
Thank you, Roland. All right, second half action has resumed. The Lady Hornets have the possession. Same starting 5 to begin the game. We'll start the second half. Pass is deflected out of bounds and
out of bounds. Still
Lady
Hornets ball.
So, Dirk, what do you think you'll see in the first, let's say, 5 minutes here in the second half?
You got to see the adjustment they do on a zone. You see more guards in now. You got Harmon, you got I'm sorry, not Williams. You got Washington, you got Williams and Bankston. So they'll be able to create some more offense out of this.
Drive all the way to the basket, no good. Rebounded and in by Brittany Anderson. So she does the dirty work there and gets the reward with the 2 points. Williams will be doing the ball handling duties as Washington will play off the ball here. Harmon gives it off to Washington. The spin by Bankston, it is good. So Bankston's come out on fire. You've seen her do it outside, now you see her do it inside in the post.
The different types of moves Bankston has, a wide array of moves she has, it's just impressive, especially for a freshman. She seems so comfortable, whether it's in half court or on the open floor.
The full repertoire is on display here today, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back, relax, and watch Raven Bankston work.
She's leading all scorers so far of 18 points, 8 for 16 from the floor. That's good for 50%. A much higher percentage than she's been shooting early in the season. We got a dead ball. I'm trying to figure out what's going on right now.
Looks like it's a clock issue of some sort, I believe. Looks like the shot clock wasn't moving, I believe.
What do you think about Tamika Lewis' outfit she got? She got the suspenders.
Yeah, I forgot to mention
right
the very stylish coach Tamika Lewis, Dirk Slayton. Very stylish Tamika Lewis. She always brings out the best, you know.
Yeah, I've noticed she doesn't just go with the regular, you know, shirt and
pants or skirt
yeah. You know, she mixes it up.
Definitely, it's a fashionista, as they like to call her, you know. I think she even has the pink Chuck Taylors on, so
yeah, I think
talk
so
about
too.
talk about coordinating. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen out there.
She could probably give Russell Westbrook some pointers.
Looks like we're resuming play here. And looks like Lady Hornets to come out straight woman-to-woman defense. And the same drive. Shot is no good, but she'll get 2 free throws. And it looks like Floyd will head back to the line.
Floyd's done the exact move. It seems like we're seeing a replay from Floyd. She catches it on the left side and just gathers herself and goes up and draws a foul every single time.
Well, I guess if you can't stop it, she'll keep doing it, right?
Yep.
Free throw is good. Once again, sporting a Richard Hamilton face mask or Hannibal Lecter face mask, whichever one you want to call it. For second free throw is good.
I think she'd rather just go with the Richard Hamilton mask.
No Anthony Hopkins, Hannibal Lecter. That was a great.
I don't think anybody wants to be called that, though.
Well, you know. Harmon's shot is no good. Rebounded by Bankston. Bankston up. Shot is blocked. She will go all the way to the rim. Shot is good for Chelsea White. You hear crowd yelling, ref, you got to call that foul. So crowd want to see some more Ref whistles being blown. Bankston will take the pass from Williams. Bankston is met by 2 defenders. Harmon drives out to Washington. Shot is right off the front rim. Durham will bring it out. Durham will probably take this all the way. What a shot. It's no good, though. Didn't expect a flip shot, as I like to call it. Williams. Washington yelling out terminology for the Lady Hornets.
The Hornets kind of playing sluggish to start off the second half. They're not really moving as crisp as they were late in that first half run. They need to pick up the pace a little bit.
Harmon loses the ball. It'll be a Lady Hornet turnover. Something I did not want to see at this juncture in the game.
Actually going to call a foul. Anderson gets it.
Oh, a foul was called. All right.
It did look like a foul on that play. It's hard to see what they signaled, though.
Lady Hornets trail by 8, 40-32. Harmon to Williams. Washington to Bankston. Bankston loses it. She's met by 3 defenders. Escapes. Throws up the floater. Shot is no good. Gets the rebound. It's stolen by the Lady Bulldogs. Duran with the trick shot. No good. Harmon will draw the foul.
Harmon with a lot of hustle. She's undersized, but is the Hornets' best rebounder outside of Hawkins. Did a good job boxing out and winning a rebound over 2 Lady Bulldogs.
Washington directing, orchestrating the Hornet offense. Washington on the drive. Harmon will drive, lose the handle, looked for the shot out to Williams. Shot is no good. Rebounded there by the Lady Bulldogs. Bounce pass. Layup is good by Miss Richbow.
Nice stop by Chelsea White, pushing the tempo and getting an easy lay-in for her teammate off the bounce pass. Tylen Carter about to check in for the Hornets.
Look for that spark off the bench there. Bankston, shot is good. Gathered herself and got the easy layup.
Good use of the pump fake. This is where they got to make a stop and try to get out in the transition now after getting the basket. The defense is set up. And there's
pass stolen by Lewis out to Williams. Williams' pass is knocked away from her, but it will stay here with the Lady Hornets, and Tylen Carter will check into the game.
After the Hornets make the shot, that's where they have to do a better job setting their defense, getting a turnover, and then scoring in transition. That's the only way they're going to win is the easy baskets off of missed shots in transition.
So, Derek, what stood out to you so far in this game in the second half as the Lady Hornets have come out?
They just have to do a better job, like I just mentioned, of getting their defense set up, whether they make a shot or miss a shot. Play good defense, force the missed shots, and get out on a fast break. And they have to make good decisions once they're out on the open floor. Brittany Williams didn't do a good job that time, ends up getting the ball stripped in a possession that could have been an easy lay-in. Now they have to go out against their zone defense for a tougher bucket after this timeout.
About ready to resume play here. Harmon will inbound for the Lady Hornets. Carter comes off a screen, gives it to Bankston. Bankston to Lewis. Lewis Pass is taken away from her. It looks like pass deflected. It will stay with the Lady Bulldogs. Wide open under the rim was Floyd, but she misses. Harmon receives the pass. Layup is no good. Might have thought if her footing was a little messed up there. Comes back, gets the steal. Great hustle there. Bankston passes tip. Great save there by Duran.
And those are two opportunities squandered for the Hornets when they had a chance to get out on a break.
Drive, this time to the right by Floyd. So Derek, just when you say she does the same thing, she does the same thing just on the other side.
Yeah, they got to do a better job, get closer to her where she can't just put the ball on the ground like that.
Floyd with 8 points in this game today. Definitely making an impact. Extra pass there by Bankston to Lewis. Gives up a good shot for a great shot. I always talk about doing that, but it's the little things like that that build chemistry. It can help the defense respect not only Bankston, but also the other players
and
around
I like
her.
that she's in the middle of everything right now. She's in a high post where she can score or attack off of just 1 or 2 dribbles or make the extra pass underneath for an easy lay-in.
I wonder if we can get a stat on her about how many points she's scored or assisted on. That would be great.
24. She has 24. If you out 2 assists, also 20 points.
Bankston gives it to Washington, gets it right back. Bankston's jumper is no good. Looks like it'll stay here with the Lady Hornets.
Out of bounds, still Lady Hornets ball.
Harmon, 5 seconds. Goes out to Washington. Pass is deflected. It'll stay with the Lady Hornets. I have to think someone should get open for them.
Yeah, not a lot of movement on that out of bounds play. Made it tough on Harmon.
Bankston, she'll shoot that 3. It is short. And it's rebounded out to the Lady Bulldogs. Looks like a foul called on the floor there.
I wonder how many times Floyd's been fouled. It seems like each time she catches the ball, she's drawing a foul on somebody.
Her third personal, team second.
Richbow draws the foul.
Lady Hornet foul number 33, Mykara Lewis. Her first personal, team's third.
Mykara Lewis just seems to be out of position on defense a lot of times on these drives,
Shooting 2.
which is leading to a lot of easy lay-ins or attempts at the free throw line.
This is part of the learning process as a Division I college athlete during the basketball season. You have a lot of games, a lot of time to develop, and you see how players adjust with different hot and cold streaks.
30-second timeout. Going to a media timeout.
Lady Hornets trail 45-38 with 12:54 remaining here in the second half. Don't forget, we do have doubleheader action for you here today, ladies and gentlemen, as the male Hornets will take on the male Bulldogs here after this game. Derek, what do you think the coaches are huddling about out here on the court?
They got to figure a way to get the pace up again and get some easy looks offensively. And defensively, they got to find a way to protect the paint better. They just keep getting killed in the paint, getting in foul trouble, and also they're slowing the game down by allowing these guys to shoot free throws on the other end. It's hard to get in transition when you're taking the ball out underneath your own basket.
They're going to have to probably talk about what they're going to do. Some people are getting in foul trouble. They only have 7 players like we keep saying, but You have to think at some point or the other it may come back to hurt them. So you hope they can somehow adjust to it.
Another breast cancer awareness fact. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. Every 2 minutes, there's a new breast cancer diagnosed. Every 14 minutes, a life is lost due to the disease.
Richbold to the line. The southpaw misses the free throw.
Out of bounds, Bulldogs.
And it will stay here with the Bulldogs.
That's something that just can't happen off a free throw attempt.
Richbold will set up the offense here for the Lady Bulldogs. Diamond Williams to check in. Richbold pass to White. Bankston with the steal. Harmon's shot is good. Great pass there by Bankston.
I like Lewis going with the trap to speed up the game. That's something they did late in the first half to force a lot of turnovers. They're going back to it now to kind of speed this tempo up and kind of see if they can get the Bulldogs out of rhythm here.
Travel.
Too many steps. Hornets basketball.
So 2 turnovers and 2 possessions coming off the timeout in that trapping
Bankston
defense.
got hit in the knee there on a drive. Looks like she's taking herself out of the game. She already had those 2 knees taped up. So she's going to go down and talk to the trainers, see what they can do to get her back in this game.
She's been banged up a lot this game. Got a knee to the stomach, a shoulder injury, a hand injury, and now looks like it's her knee again.
You might want to have Kent General on call at this point.
I like that. That was a good one.
Williams' three-pointer is no good. Looks like it'll stay here. Loose ball foul on number 4.
It's like Duran, yeah.
Gabrielle Duran, so.
Bulldog foul number 4, Gabrielle Duran. Her second personal, team's third. Media timeout.
We're going to go ahead and send it over to Roland DeVries on the sidelines. Hey, Roland.
Back here at Memorial Hall, where South Carolina State University Lady Bulldogs lead the Lady Hornets of Delaware State 45-40 with 11 minutes and 43 seconds left. Raven Bankston leads all scorers still with 20 points, but she's been battling that right shoulder, and right now she's getting a little bit treatment on there. The rest of the team, however, has not really been that supportive. Makira Lewis has 6, and Deanna Harma just converted her first field goal of the day, as she's 1 for 6 with 6 points. On the other hand, Charisha Ford, Gabrielle Duran, and Michaela Jones each have 8 points for the Lady Bulldogs as they continue to pace this game, but the Hornets are staying tough with 11 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the second half. Back to you, Byron, and the rest of the game.
Thank you for that, Roland. So, Derek, what is standing out to you so far? Lady Hornets only down by 5. You would think they would be down more at this rate, but it looks like they're holding on. They're staying alive. They're fighting, so.
Yeah, but it's a cautionary tale right now because Bankston has an ice pack on her shoulder. She's accounted for more than half of the team's offensive firepower, so what can they do with her out right now?
Harmon will have to take a timeout. Couldn't find anybody open. You have to think, inbounds play. You practice this from day one. You have to be able to get open. You can't waste unneeded timeouts
30 seconds
on the inbound play.
Yeah, they got to set better screens to help one another get open. Just didn't see that on that last possession.
girl, also known as Lady Ella, and is the first lady.
So hopefully Lady Hornets can find an open player. Washington will set it up.
Once again, the Bulldogs in the 2-3 zone.
Pull-up shot. Tylen Carter, 6'19", West Coast.
And if she can add that to her game, she would be almost unstoppable for a 6'1" frame. When she goes up, nobody can challenge that shot.
Good point there. You definitely want to see her work on that. Trap defense. Bank shot is good.
And that was adjustment by the Bulldogs. Instead of passing it to the corners, go right to the middle of that trap.
CC Goodwin Saturday afternoon, but the bank's open for her. She takes advantage of it and makes a withdrawal.
It should be a deposit, though, because she added, right?
Either way, she got something from it. So. It's like Lewis will head to the line for 2 free throws. Let's see if she can cash in here with Brandon's lead to 3.
I see what you did there. Bank, deposit, cash in.
First free throw's no good.
Bounce check because she missed it. See, I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Second free throw is good. Pass underneath the basket. Richbow can't find anyone. Shot is no good, but regained by Richbow. Duran, shot is no good. Sorry, Chelsea White's shot was no good. Diamond Williams' 3 is no good. Rebounded by Carter. She'll be trapped in the corner. It'll stay here.
Play by Carter. That's the only play that really would make sense there. Throw it off to the defender's leg. Get the possession back for the Hornets.
Pass to Lewis. It is good, but it looks like a little miscommunication.
Yeah, that was supposed to go to Harmon.
They'll take the 2 points there, I guess.
Williams has a smile on her face because she knows she messed up on that pass. But when it hit Lewis in her hand, she said, shoot it, give me my assist.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Pass is stolen by Harmon. Harmon, she's going to the hoop. No foul call. Looks like a foul is called. Lead call there, but yeah, you know Harmon had that look in her eyes. She wanted to get those points. With Bankston on the bench, it'll be important that she scores.
That's our 4 personal, team's 5th.
I think they said that's Goodwin's 4th personal foul, which is huge. 6'2" center.
Harmon's free throw is good, so hopefully they can get their free throw shooting back to where it is. They're actually a pretty good team free throw shooting.
Harmon knocking both of them down.
Second free throw is good for Harmon.
Making it a tie game. Just under 10 minutes left remaining in the game.
We're knotted up at 47. So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for an exciting finish. Drive is blocked, but a foul is called. So, somebody tell me where the foul was.
It was a foul. It was a foul on that one. I saw the angle. Tylen Carter's hand kind of got wrapped around on a layup. But somebody got to stop the ball. She just ran right in the middle of the paint.
Looks like Bankston will return momentarily, so let's see what happens with that.
One more free throw for Gabrielle Dewey.
Banks has shown a lot of heart to continue to just come back into the game.
Free throw's no good, so the lead stays at 1 point. Carter's pass is stolen.
Carter just needs to calm down. When she gets the ball, sometimes she gets rattled when pressure is in her face.
Drive by Anderson. Shot's no good. Carter with the rebound. Carter, you can dribble, you know.
There's no 10-second backcourt. Just take your time. And that's what she did that time, was able to get the ball to Washington.
Carter will receive the ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Williams. She'll heave it up, but that'll be a shot clock violation, but they'll give it to South Carolina State.
Good defense by the Bulldogs.
She will draw the blocking foul on Harmon.
And that's Harmon's 4th foul. Charge and block calls are probably the hardest call to make in a game. Probably got to take Harmon out for a couple of minutes. Need her for the stretch run.
Free throw is good.
Duran, another good free throw shooter, 76% on the season. So Bankston will be in for Harmon. Harmon with 4 fouls.
Second free throw is no good. It's good, I'm sorry.
So now we got a 3-point
you
game.
Got some full court action here from the Lady Bulldogs, trying to throw the Lady Hornets off once again. Bankston is back in the game. I think Bankston's going to come out and look to score. Bankston draws a foul.
Chelsea White with the reach-in foul.
Bankston inbounds to Washington. Bankston right under the goal. Layup is good for Bankston. So she comes right back in the game, and she's going to score the basketball.
That's her 22nd point.
They may need Bankston to play like Diana Taurasi or Maya Moore to win this game. That's how great she may have to be. Because she may have to put the Lady Hornets on her back and carry them to victory. Shot is no good. Rebound in Washington, but Anderson takes that from her. Lewis looks at the pass.
It's a bad call by the refs. Going to say it's Bulldog ball. That was a bad call.
Lady Hornets trail 50-49. 7:31 remaining here in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see how this game closes out as we approach crunch time. As you see the Lady Hornet cheerleaders doing backflips, making me dizzy. Derek, what is standing out to you so far?
It got to be the fouls for Harmon. That's a huge loss for the Hornets. Once again, she was doing a good job getting to the line, doing a good job rebounding the ball, and just playing with great hustle. Losing her for an extended period of time is definitely going to hurt the Hornets.
We're about ready to resume play. We're going to need the Lady Hornets to Raven Bankston or nothing. Bankston or bust. That's what it comes down to.
A win here for the Hornets will be just their second MEAC conference win of the season.
Lady Hornets will set their defense up. Drive, Richbow, layup is good. She scoops it in, so acceleration turns on the afterburners and gets to the rim. Washington spins off. Washington on the drive. Bankston in the post. Bankston's posted up. She draws 4 defenders. So they're just showing no respect for the other Lady Hornets. They have their whole team pretty much on Bankston. So.
Or they're showing the ultimate respect for Bankston. We can't guard her with 1, not 2, not 3. They got to use 4 Bulldogs, and she still gets fouled. And heads to the line
for 2. So.
Well, actually, it's going to be a 1-and-1.
As the Lady Hornets are in the bonus, looks like. So. Free throw's good.
Really been impressed with Bankston's game. She seems more in control of her game now. Early in the season, we've seen she was a little bit out of control, turned the ball over a lot. This game, she's just been really poised.
Second free throw is no good. Lady Hornets trail by 2. First ball out to Duran. Three-pointer is good, and it'll be a timeout by the Lady Hornets.
And I was just about to say I like the Hornets are packing into the paint, and then a 3 in the corner just made me say nothing. Good shot by Duran, making it a 5-point game. Timeout on the floor. And they're going to figure out, do you give up the 3 ball or do you give up the points in the paint? It's kind of like pick your poison. But at least the Bulldogs only shoot 30% from 3-point range.
Lady Hornets will retain possession here.
Jay Washington just called an ISO for
right.
Bankston.
Bankston, she's going to shoot that. No good, so.
We'd like to see Jay Washington be a little more discreet on that play.
Shot is good. Chelsea White, that is a 2-pointer, ladies and gentlemen. Deanna Harmon to check in.
This is a couple crucial possessions here. Down 7 with just under 6 minutes remaining.
Williams.
They're not going to let Bankston touch the ball.
Stolen by Washington. Washington to Bankston to Lewis. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Brittany Anderson.
I think Bankston's a high hand. I think she should try to score herself on that one.
Screen by Anderson for Floyd. Layup's no good. Lewis going up with one hand. Blocks the shot. You have to go up with 2 hands.
And Tyler Carter will get a 1-and-1 off the foul. Huge free throws here. The crowd's really going dead silent, knowing how important these 2 free throws are. Of course, it's a 1-and-1. She has to make the first one first to even have a chance for it. 2 free throws.
Hopefully Tyler Carter can help cut into this lead. First free throw's good. Second free throw's no good. We're inside of 5 minutes remaining. Second half action, 57-51 is the score. Lady Hornets are down by 6.
The Bulldogs just 1-11 away from their home court. Trying to pull off a real win here. And Doran. That was a nice pull-up jumper there. And the game slowing down once again, not a good sign for the Hornets.
Bankston receives the ball in motion.
I know they're just trying to get the ball to Bankston, but they might want to just try to use her as a diversion. She's drawing 2 Bulldog defenders every single time.
Bankston inbound to Harmon. Bankston will get it back, drives baseline, flips it up. No good. Lewis with the rebound. Washington. Shot is good.
Good job by Lewis getting the rebound. Allows Washington the second chance points.
Hopefully Jay can draw a little luck and draw him back in his game. Drive shot is no good. Rebounded by nope. Rebound's not with Lewis. Stolen, but Bankston recovers it. She'll bring the ball up court. She may take it all the way here, but she gives it off to Washington.
Hornets playing a little too slow. They're down 6. They're not up 6 with 3 minutes left. Gotta wonder if fatigue has set in. They've only played 7 players.
Good point there.
You know, Hornets just look exhausted out there.
Looks like the Lady Bulldogs will kill some time because they are up 6. So let's see what their coach will send out to them. Drive. Pull up jump shot. It is water for Doran.
Wonder how much is left in the tank for the Hornets. They're just sluggish right now. They've played their hearts out. Only 7 Hornets in the game. They've been trailing the whole game, so they've been playing from behind, and they've been running up and down the court. They've been playing trap defenses, but there's only so much you can do with 7 players.
They talk about the lost art of the mid-range jump shot. Well, Gabrielle Doran has been doing it all day, pulling jump shots, pulling three-point shots. So,
yeah, she definitely made up for the scoring with the loss of Courtney Williams, who is playing, but not really. She's in a lot of pain, so she's really just played limited minutes and has not been herself.
All right, we're going to send it to Roland. Go ahead, Roland.
2 minutes and 53 seconds left here at Memorial Hall, and the Lady Bulldogs of South Carolina State University lead the Lady Hornets 61-53. Gabriella Durham has really poured it on lately as she's dumped in 15 points here. Turnovers has been the biggest problem so far for the Hornets in the past 4 or 5 minutes. They just can't hang on to the ball or convert their shots. Raven Bankston still leads all scorers with 22 points. And Makira Lewis has poured in 9 as she's played a very strong game both offensively and defensively this afternoon. Hornets are running out of time, and they're going to need to make good on their possessions here, closing it out here against the Lady Bulldogs. Back to you, Byron and Derek.
All right, Roland, thank you for that, as always. Lady Hornets trail by the score of 61-53, 2 minutes 53 seconds remaining. Don't forget, we do have doubleheader action for you. I'm joined alongside Derek Slayton, as you just heard, Roland DeVries. I am Byron Dixon. Derek, it's 2:53 remaining, 7 players. You got to come back here. What else can you do to try to come back and tie this game, try to send it to overtime with that?
They're just going to have to execute on their offensive sets. They can't play too slowly. They got to kind of pick up the pace. And
shot is no good for Harmon. There is still time remaining in this game, but the Lady Hornets need to stop here. Pass is deflected, but regained by Lady Bulldogs. There comes a trap from the Lady Hornets, but it is broken by Richbow. She gets to the rack, misses. Carter to Jay Washington. Washington misses the layup. Harmon recovers the miss and gets the layup.
A comeback effort is going to have to start on the defensive end and force turnovers and get some easy buckets like we just seen on that possession. The trap defense has really worked well for the Hornets because they just can't finish over the taller defenders when they get by the 2 perimeter defenders.
Richbow.
And that's another example.
It will stay with the Lady Bulldogs.
Carter and Lewis are both 6 feet with long arms, so when the Bulldogs do break the pressure and try to score over top of them, they really struggle. And that's another way to force a miss, get the ball, make a good outlet pass, and get into transition for another bucket.
Pass will be inbounded. Stolen by Washington. She has Harmon on the break. Harmon will finish with the lay-in. Cut the score to 61-57, 137. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen stranger things have happened.
And the Hornets look like they needed that timeout just to catch their breath. Now they're back trapping again and forcing turnovers.
Drive. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Great defense there by Jay Washington. Bankston, they're hounding. Oh, fouls called.
They did have one more foul to give before they're in the bonus.
A little bit too much contact there.
So the next foul will put the Lady Bulldogs in a 1-on-1 bonus.
Force them to call a timeout. That's good defense there.
Yeah, and you force a timeout, which is actually better for the Hornets, so they can catch their breath again.
You may like to see the Lady Hornets take a seat here while they can.
Well, it's a 30 seconds, so they're not allowed. They're going to have to stand up at least and just catch their breaths like that.
Yeah, you're right. Little things, Dart, little things. Even if it's sitting for 5 seconds.
You see everybody, they're passing the Gatorade bottle around.
Great defense there by Lady Hornets. Inbounded. 1:10 remaining. Trailing by 4 here. Here comes the trap. Switch back.
A late foul. It was a
Another
foul, but a late foul against Raven Bankston. She smacked it right on the wrist.
Deshaun Richbow to the line. Free throw's no good. Rebounded by Lewis. Bankston on the drive. Layup's no good. Washington with the rebound. Layup's no good. Lewis loses the ball. It'll stay. Lady Hornet basketball.
The Hornets don't have to rush like they just did in that possession. There's still some time to get a decent look. They kind of just started throwing Hail Mary type of shots.
Bankston to inbound.
Washington
lose the ball. Richbow takes it all the way.
Got a foul. Richbow is not a good free throw shooter. And that was just a freshman mistake by Bankston throwing a dangerous pass. Richbow just a 59% free throw shooter. And there's another miss.
Is no good and regained by the Lady Bulldogs. Of all things to do on a free throw, give up an offensive rebound. Lewis with the steal. Out to Washington. Harmon loses the ball. Saved. Pass. It is a kickball on the court. If you have hair, ladies and gentlemen, these Lady Hornets will make them gray, or the Hornets in general.
Jay Washington looks exhausted right now. They put Diamond Williams into the game, one of the sharpshooters for the Hornets.
Washington draws a foul.
And she'll go to the line.
Washington will head to the line.
Washington's just trying to catch her breath. She's limping. She's out of breath. They really played their entire hearts out right now. Oh, and she
Free
missed
throw's
it.
no good. Pass to Washington was stolen, but is regained. It'll be a foul call.
And that's the one person you don't want to foul is Duran. Whether win or lose, though, they've played a great game, and they've had only 7 players. Are all exhausted. They're still playing our hearts out.
Free throw is good. Second free throw is no good. But rebounded by the free throw shooter. Of all people to get a rebound, the person that shoots the free throw.
The Hornets just don't have anything left right now. And Tamika Lewis can only watch. They don't have timeouts.
Free throw is good. Second free throw is good as well. 11 seconds remaining. Baxter will shoot the 3 off balance, no good. Harmon with the rebound. Baxter will shoot one more, but this will probably be the game. 3-pointer is good with 0.2 seconds remaining. And the Lady Hornets will fall by a score of 64-60. As we wrap up the game, Derek, what stands out to you in this game?
They played a great game. That's all I can say. They played their hearts out. I've said that over and over again. Only 7 players playing for 40 minutes. They have to be exhausted, but they played all 40 minutes, chasing around, getting loose balls, forcing steals. Just unfortunate. Maybe if they had one more player, they win this game.
Definitely tough playing with only 7 players. You've seen the turnover, you've seen the foul trouble, inability sometimes to adjust to the change in defense. So as the Lady Hornets move forward, you like the effort, but Raven Baxter needs a little bit more help, and other players can't be scared to step up and shoot the basketball. So now we'll wrap up this game, ladies and gentlemen, but stay tuned. We do have doubleheader action. In just a few minutes, our male Hornets will take on the male Bulldogs. So for Roland DeVries, Derek Slayton, once again, my name is Byron Dixon. We'll see you in a little bit.